What's up? What's up? We're live. I wanted to do a quick update. It's about 2:20 a.m. and I'm working on the app as we speak. My developer and I are chatting back and forth. Just right now, we're working on a big project. I'm so excited that I was like, let me just hop on live real quick. But basically, we're working on getting on Shopify. And for like tech people, that's not a big deal. They're like, oh, that's easy. But for someone who isn't really a tech person, it's not easy to me. Like, I mean, for the developer I hired, it's easy for him, but I'm also very much involved in the app. Um, so I'm working on things too, and we're kind of working together. Right now, my other employee is on vacation, so whatever he's not doing, um, I'm pretty much doing. Basically, this is how I have it. I have two developers working for me, or with me, however you want to say it. The first developer do the hard things like big projects like these. Um, his work, the work that he does takes longer to do. So it's not like, it's taking him, an hour or 2 or 5 hours to do things. It could take days for him to complete one of the assignments that I give him. And then the other um, contracting employee, basically, he does the easier things. And when I say easy, I don't mean like it's still not easy. It's pretty difficult. It's still pretty difficult, but he does, the things that will take an hour, 2 hours to do. And that's pretty much the things that I'm doing now. While he's on vacation, I'm not, bothering him. I'm just, doing what I can because, I know a little bit too. So, but I'm so excited about this. Like, I can't tell you exactly what I have planned for it, but it's going to make sense when I make the announcement. It's, this is just an update. I'm not going to be here for an hour because I have to get right back to work. But I pretty much wanted to um, just sit in this moment that, wow, like I'm really doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You got NewFans now.
it's crazy how you can create nothing. I mean, you create something from nothing. Like it can just start out from an idea and then blossom into something bigger. Like that is insane to me. Um, I mean, it's just like music. It starts out with a beat or something in your head, and then you create from there. Um, like creating an app is just being a creative. Like putting my ideas and then transferring it over to the app. Um, I have more content to come out. I definitely wanted to beef up the content, but you know, working on the app and working on content at the same time is just so tiring. Um, all my numbers went up. My website visits went up. Um, views, people subscribing to the website, stuff like that. That's all went up. So I'm doing a great job as far as like building the momentum because that's the way I see it. You start from here and you just kind of build up, but it's not like I don't want it to be like a fast, fast pace. Like, I'm fine with the slow climb. Okay, it says it just happens. Feeling, overthinking about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I just want to create the perfect. It. It's hard to say perfect because nothing is ever really perfect, but I want to strive to create the perfect app for independent artists. And you see, I'm putting in the work. Like, I don't normally go on live. I'm working, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all see my grind. See that I'm putting in the hours um, to get this done. Like I said, 1.0 is already out, and right now we're working on 2.0. We're already getting feedback for 3.0. I've had about, give or take, 5 artists and an artist manager come on the app within like 3 days. That's pretty cool. And I got feedback from the artist manager as well. So, that's why I'm doing the testing, as I'm making the app stronger and building it from scratch. I'm also getting feedback from the artists and the users on the app. I don't want to just let it come out. Honestly, it can come out today if I want to. All I gotta do is press publish and it's out. But I don't want just anything out. Like, I want feedback from the artists, and while I'm working on testing it with the artists and getting that feedback, I'm also, you know, also adding more features onto the app. So I'm just so happy, man. I am happy that like can you believe it that last year, during this time last year, I was nowhere near building the app, nowhere near it. Like, had the idea, just got scammed with thousands of dollars down the drain. It's sad. Oh man, that was just, can't believe it. A year ago, the app was nowhere near done, but rolled up my sleeves. I was like, I'm about to get this done. You see me, you see the grind, you see what time it is. It's 2:27. I'm up, you know, putting in this work. Um, I'm just, the only thing I really wanted to get done, I wanted to put more videos out. Right now, I'm putting out a bunch of shorts. Like, I'm putting out shorts and working on the app at the same time. So, but I wanted to do like more long form videos. So that's the only thing that I wish I would have got done today. But when the contest happens, like, my entire energy is focused just on the contest. Like, it's really difficult to do anything else besides the contest during that day because it takes a lot of preparation, making sure that I have the songs on cue, you know um when I need it, contacting the artists and stuff like that. But I like it because I get to talk one on one with the artists, and um yeah, I do like hosting the contest. Let's see what else I want to talk about. The next tech startup episode 2, I already started writing down like ideas that I wanted to talk about, like why I started the contest, um, hiring people versus doing it yourself. The best decision I've ever made was to hire people. Like, but I never had an issue with hiring people. I had an issue of getting scammed. So, like, the issue was never hiring people. It's just hiring the right people that's really going to do good work. And to be honest, like the people who do good work, they also want good pay. So, I'm like, I would rather pay more for good work than pay average or small for, someone who probably won't do a great job or I get scammed. So, I'm so thankful for the contracted employees I have because they open my time up for me to do other things, and they also know what they're doing. So I get to really live out my dream of putting the app together because you know there's still things that I just don't know how to do. I'm gonna be honest. So, at that point you have to hire out in order to do the best job. So, I don't know, I'm just really, really happy about all my efforts aren't wasted because, it does get lonely. I'm not gonna lie. Like when you have people around you who aren't entrepreneurs, or you know they don't understand why you're doing what you're doing, and even if they do, they don't understand that it's a grind. Like the grind doesn't stop. The sleep, what's that? What's sleep? Like they don't understand that entrepreneurship is a 24/7 job. Period. Most people don't understand that, especially people who are content with working a 9 to 5 and never wanted anything else outside of that, which I don't have a problem with. But you know, the journey just gets lonely because there's no one there to kind of root for you because they don't know what you're doing. So let's see. Also, I entered the United Masters pitch competition, and the app wasn't selected. So I guess that's a bittersweet thing, but I think it's like kind of like Shark Tank, but for something else. Um, I mean, I'm glad I entered the competition. It it doesn't hurt to you know get yourself out there. Regardless, I have a comment here. That's right. Keep your head up. You got it. I appreciate that. I really do because man, this road is like it's not for the weak. Definitely not. All right. So that's what I'm talking about for the next episode. I want to talk about what's the difference between uploading your music with a distributor and NewFans. Somebody left a comment on my IG. What's the difference? I got a distro kid. I got this and that. And I'm like, okay. So I told them the difference, and they're like, oh, yeah, that is a big difference. I'm like, yeah, it is. No shade to distro kid. Shout out to them. But what happened to my social media accounts? I'm gonna talk about that in the next episode. Um, I had somebody wrote a comment in my DM saying, "Oh, you're a bot. You're a bot because you got all those followers and your engagement's low." And I'm like, why do you think you understand my account more than I do? Like I understand that my engagement's low. That's because I haven't posted in like a year. Like I understand like what's going on with my account. That doesn't mean that those followers aren't real. And Instagram doesn't even push your content out, to 100% of your followers. So new fans, I'm pushing it out to 100%. So it is what it is. Like I'm using social media, to, broaden my reach, just like everybody else. So it's all good. So yeah, I wanted to talk about what happened to my social media account in more depth, uh, and my plan to get it back on track. So I'll be talking about that the next episode. I'm going to talk about my content marketing goals in my next episode. Um, and then I want to talk about why Spotify does do what they do as far as like make their business decisions. Not that I'm in the CEO's head, but I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about kind of the difference between the two, and how they're run. I wanted to talk about why I started the contest in episode 2. I wanted to talk about DistroKid and push notifications, because you hear a lot of people talk about email marketing, text marketing, but not really so much about push notifications. So I wanted to kind of teach about that, drop that home. And I wanted to talk about which um, iPhone or Android, which helps you market your app during the test phase better, because there's some pros and cons to marketing your app your while you're in test phase in iPhone or Android. So I'm going to break that down, because this is the uh, tech startup podcast. So, I want to talk about tech. I want to talk about what I'm doing with the company. You see, the grind, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. Um, all of this is coming from a genuine place. I can't wait for the next videos. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to do it, because the project I'm working on, the Shopify project, is pretty big. So, you see me burning the midnight oil on that. But I kind of wanted to break down some of my, I don't know if you want to call it influences, or, just people that I admire, Nipsey Hussle, Ryan Leslie, Master P, you know, stuff like that. Like, what pretty much led me on this journey. Um, the just seeing other people pretty much look outside the box on how things should be done. And that made me kind of also wanted to be in that same wavelength. Like I wanted to think outside the box. And I'm still trying to. And you know what? I kind of like the fact that I'm not trying to do it all by myself. The artist that's on the app, I'm looking for their feedback because I want this to be their place to go to um, market to their fans and sell to their fans. So, um, my voice isn't king over here. Like, I'm open minded. I'm looking for everyone to kind of join together. Like, I'm looking for like a village type of situation, because, it's not just my app, it's our app, and I want to make sure that everyone is involved, as well as I am. So I'm gonna get back to work. I kind of like I did, not that I had a speech, but I was kind of feeling certain feelings. So I'm like, okay, let me hop on live real quick. Um, I didn't have a speech, but I just wanted to just express how happy I was, you know, because like I said, just last year I was not here. Like there was no app. There was no app. It was an idea, but no app. And now there's an app and I'm working on 2.0 like because I hired the right people and I rolled my sleeves up and I'm involved and it's like wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe that this is coming true. And just this idea I had with linking up with Shopify because like I said, I'm a Shopify partner. I've been a partner before the app came out. I've been making websites for artists and things like that. But while working with artists, I've seen their pain points and I'm like, okay, let me see how, I can kind of do things differently. And I do recognize that, some artists, especially established artists, want their own website, so I still wanted to be able to connect with them as well. So I'm like, okay, let's partner with Shopify because I think Superphone is also partnered with Shopify and a lot of other apps. And I'm like, okay, it'll be crazy if Shopify if they had like a Shopify site and they're able to do all these things through Shopify, and then new fans will still be involved. I just think that would be just amazing. Like, I mean, eventually, I want new fans, to be a powerhouse on its own. But I do recognize that there are solutions out there already. And while I'm building, I don't mind doing partnerships, partner up with them, to make sure that whatever I'm doing is for the benefit of artists, independent artists. So that's very important to me. And so yeah, it's 2:41. I need to get back to work. I have no idea when I'm going to sleep. I ate one time today after the contest. Like, I'm not gonna lie, lifestyle kind of becomes unhealthy because like you're not eating, you're not sleeping, you just working, you just grinding, it just, and then like you'll be surprised when burnout sneaks up on you and you're like, wait, what happened? I had all this energy, I had all this, ooh, let me write that down. That's also what I wanted to talk about that I learned. So in the next episode, I may have to break this up because this is a lot. This is a lot to add on to one episode. So I may have to break this up. But motivation versus discipline. That's pretty much one of my things that I've learned as well since the last episode. So I want to talk about that because, all of my life, pretty much, I've been my own motivator. And when I took that, year or two break or whatever I was, I think it was like a year and a half or something like that. I took, away from social media because I was like dedicated trying to get the app, done. I noticed that I wasn't motivated anymore, like, or less motivated than before. And, you know, it's, it becomes difficult to try to run a business and you're not motivated to make it grow. Like, it's like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, what are you doing? So, and my friend, she talked to me and she's like, the problem is what's motivation? Like, you need discipline. You need, so things got to get done regardless if you're motivated or not. And I'm like, wow. It's the smallest advice that really got through my head. And I'm like, discipline. I like that. Yeah, I need that. And honestly, the more I started focusing on tuning my discipline, my motivation that I've had um ignited inside of me. So now, like, it's almost 3 in the morning and I'm not sleepy. Like like I'm so motivated, and but it's not powered by just my feelings. It's mindset. It's the discipline that's winding in my head and in my heart and my body to get things done. So I don't know. I may just explained it, but I may go, deeper if I have anything deeper to say about it during the next episode, motivation versus discipline. Because that really helped me. That really helped me get more energy to do the things that I need to get done. And 24 hours in a day is ridiculous. Like, it's a lot of times I'm like, I need 48 hours in a day. Like, I just can't get everything done what I want to get done in a day. It's crazy, but it's because a lot, of all, most of the responsibility is resting on my shoulders. So I have to make sure that everything is getting done. I do want to hire more because, like I said, hiring was the best decision I've ever made. Like, I love it. You give them things to do and they do it to perfection and you're happy. Like, it's the best thing ever. But it's just scary to hire people because if they're not good workers, if they do a crappy job, it's just not worth it. It's just so when you're used to doing everything on your own, it's hard to get people the reins to do the things that you need to get done. And that's pretty much one of the things I'm facing right now because I do want to hire more people. But I have trust issues after getting scammed a couple times. So I'm just like, this is gonna be hard, you know. So I'm thinking about, and I could talk about this more. Let me write this down the next time. But I'm thinking about doing internships, right? That way, I know if they're going to actually do the job well. And then after, seeing how they do the job, then we could talk about, you know, the actual hiring because I have trust issues. I need to know. I need to know that if I give you a task, you're going to actually do it. So that's just something that I have to get over as a business owner. But it's okay to be extra cautious because money is involved, time is involved, which is, I think time is worth more than money, to be honest, because it's like I want to, like I said, I can't stress today. The day is only 24 hours. So, um, but yeah, I would like uh, to get to the point where I could hire more people, get things done, and not, be working 24 hours a day. um, have a comment here. Much respect. Keep grinding. I appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate your support. You know, you're gonna help me get through this morning for sure because I'm sitting on this computer like I don't have anything to do when I have like the world to do right now. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning. What I want to get done before I go to sleep. The developer wanted me to fill out this form to right now we're working on publishing the app on Shopify's website, right? We already went through the testing that Shopify requires before putting the app onto um, Shopify. So we already been through that stage. Right now, we are at the stage where we're working on publishing the app. He's doing like a lot of the back end stuff. I'm doing the little stuff. Like I said, that's what my other employee was doing. So I'm doing the little stuff, and he's doing the bigger things to actually make it happen. So I got to do my part. So I got to go back. I have like 3 computers. So this is my computer for streaming. I have my other computer. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it, but let's see. Yeah. This is for my actual work. I got I got my Mac, and then I also have another computer for making beats. Like I want to get back into um, doing a little bit of that, but I just don't have time. That's the problem. So I have to get more disciplined and more time management, and maybe I can talk about that too. Let me write that down. More time management. Really see where my time is going. Um, Honestly, since I've been on this path of discipline, I've been really looking at my time more. Like, okay, what am I doing at this time? Okay, I'm doing that. Great. So I'm really constantly thinking about every minute has to be productive. So that's pretty much where my mindset is right now. Um, okay, so yes, I have to finish filling out that form for Shopify and submitting that. And then I'm also answering questions for the developer because he's also up this time. Um, he's not full time. He's only part time. So and he has his own hours, so he works whenever he wants to. So I try to be up. I'm always up, so he can text me at any time. Honestly, let me see if he texts me. Um, because you never know. Most of the time, or all the time, it's important when he hits me up. All right. So, so he's doing that part. I'm doing my part. Um, and then I want to publish like maybe 5 more shorts. I don't know if I'm gonna get done with 5, but I'm gonna try. I don't know. I don't have a time when I'm gonna go to bed, but hopefully soon. Hopefully I can get this knocked out by like 3:30. Crossing my fingers. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do before I go to bed. So content, doing the stuff for Shopify, and then going to bed, waking up, doing it all over again. So this is my update tech startup podcast. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. And until next time, I'm out.